Are you one of those people who says, I just can't eat that much when it comes to the calories or the Weight Watchers points that you're given for the day, and you think that's way too much food. There's no way I can eat all that. Or on the other side, let's just be honest here, do you get kind of frustrated when people say that? That was me. I used to go to Weight Watchers meetings and people would say, oh, I could never eat all that food. And I'm like, we're here for weight loss. Obviously you have. What is going on? But now that I understand what is deeper, what is behind this of saying I can't eat that much, I've completely changed my thoughts. I have so much more compassion. And actually, I've even recognized that I've run into some of the same problems myself that I've had to work on. So let's dig deeper. This is a game changer. This is huge. So you definitely want to pay attention. Whether you say this or not, I think you're really going to resonate with what is in this video. So I'm leading a fall challenge right now. We have almost 300 women, and they have made the commitment to post their food log every single day for 30 days for accountability. So what we say in the group is, I commit to ugly tracking. I commit to ugly tracking. So type that in the comments, because the reality is, if you're gonna track every day, it's not gonna be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect eaters. The goal isn't perfection. So some of it's gonna look kind of ugly and it's gonna be hard to post, but that's so important. So think about, if you track calories or Weight Watchers points or keep a food log, what are the times that you don't track? At night, on the weekends, right after a weigh-in, when you have a cheat meal, on vacation, at restaurants, when you say like, well, I don't know what the calories or points are in that, so I can't really track it. I've done all of those and then some. So when we really start to get honest and look at what we're eating with ugly tracking, like track it even if it feels ugly, two things start to come up. One, either women say, I can't eat that much, or two, they say, I can't stay within my calories or points no matter what I try. So today's video is, I can't eat that much, and then the next video will address the other if you feel like you just cannot stay within your points or calories. And even if you feel like this isn't your issue, keep watching, because I think you're going to relate. So I always get really curious when women say, I can't eat that much. There's no possible way I could eat that much, because I think, but you are eating that much already, or you were. So think about, this is just the science. When I started, I was 250 pounds. In order to maintain a body weight of 250 pounds, I had to be eating at least 2,500 calories, and probably was eating more than that per day just to physically maintain that body weight. Otherwise, I would have started drastically losing weight if I was eating a lot less than that. This is just the scientific truth of it. So what is happening when women say, I just can't eat that much? Well, as I've dug a little deeper, I'm discovering two possible causes. One is physically they really can't eat that much, which is possible. When you look at the concept of calorie density, and you can get this free on my website, when we eat healthier foods, those have a lot more volume and a lot fewer calories per bite. So it's possible that physically they really can't eat that much now that they're switching to healthier food. But in my experience, that's really not the issue. In my experience, it more has to do with, I don't feel like I deserve to eat that much. So that's the second reason. Maybe you feel guilty when you eat that much. Maybe you feel like you're supposed to be hungry in order to lose weight. Maybe you feel like you're not worthy of it because you're ashamed and embarrassed of even having an appetite because you're so overweight. If you can relate to that, then I want you to type, I am worthy in the comments. You're worthy of nutrition. You're worthy of having an appetite. You're worthy of being hungry. You're worthy of food. You're worthy of stopping during the day to eat, even if you're a caregiver, even if you have a crazy job, even if you have all these other things going on, you are worthy of nourishment and nourishing yourself well. So more often, I find that is what is going on, and just really thinking I shouldn't be eating that many calories, or I shouldn't be eating junk food. I just shouldn't be eating a lot of food in order to lose weight. This was me. I swung on wild extremes. I was either binging on all the things, or I was like practically half starving myself. So I was a points hoarder. I would eat one Weight Watchers point for breakfast. I'd have my egg white omelet, and then I'd have like a 3-point lunch with like a soup and a salad, so I could save all my calories for evening, dinner, and bedtime snacks. But the problem with that is then I would go way, way over because my body was starving because I didn't have enough food throughout the day. And I tried to convince myself that that's what dieting meant. And the reason why I could convince myself I could go into denial is because I could quit tracking. So I would just say, oh, I'm sure I was within my points, which to me is sort of like the adult version of la la la, don't want to know. When the reality, I was going way over, and it was just keeping me stuck in an endless cycle of wild extremes. So can you relate to this? If so, tell us about it in the comments. If you can, these are your next steps. Number 1, I want you to divide your calories or points for the day by 4. Eat a quarter for breakfast, a quarter for lunch, and a quarter for dinner, and a quarter for snacks. Now, you might be thinking right now, Sarah, I don't want to waste all those points or calories at breakfast. Ding, ding, ding. That means this video is for you. You're probably point hoarding or calorie hoarding somehow, or telling yourself you don't need it or you don't deserve it. And that's exactly why you're stuck in the cycle of not losing weight. It's so important that you nourish yourself regularly throughout the day. Maybe you need to set an alarm. You're going to want to eat, maybe for most women, this is at least 300 calories, maybe 400 at set regular times throughout the day, or, maybe 5 to 8 Weight Watchers points at regular intervals throughout the day, rather than hoarding it all, or even worse, quitting tracking when your body gets so hungry. This is not a moral issue. This is not an ethical issue, even a spiritual issue. This is a physical issue. If you're doing this, your primal, parts of your brain are saying, oh my gosh, we have to have food. This is not a wrong binge eating thing, although there can be aspects of that as far as like emotional eating and stuff. But really, this is just like your body needs food because it's not getting enough nutrition. So I think of this for myself, especially recovering from binge eating. This is recovery eating. This is important. So I space out my meals and eat enough throughout the day, the same way I would think of it as taking a life necessary medicine. So I need to eat. I need to not skip meals. I need to eat enough. I need to eat adequate nourishment. So that's including protein and healthy carbohydrates and fats every time I eat. For me, it's eating vegetables every time I eat. It's eating in a way that is going to nourish my body for my health and my wellness, and ultimately maintaining my weight loss so that my body isn't driving me to binge eat later. Listen, friend, the only way you are going to step off the weight loss crazy train is to do this, is to be more moderate. And I know it might be hard. I know it might be scary to take these steps, but oh my goodness, it is so going to be worth it. It will change your life. This is how you can find that food freedom instead of feeling like it's just craziness all the time. You're either on or you're off, or you're losing weight or you're gaining weight. This is your path. This is your path to food freedom. I have on my website some meal plans. I really encourage you to check them out. What I like about the meal plans, first of all, I give you for 7 days exactly what to eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And it's just gonna teach you how to have that moderation with your eating. They're healthy, filling foods, so you're not gonna be too hungry. There's also snacks, there's some junk food in there. Just learning how to be moderate. No, you're not gonna need to follow a meal plan forever. That's fine. You're gonna learn how to do this for yourself. But for now, that guidance can be really helpful. All right, I'm Sarah with The Holy Mess. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.